folks, my name's Chuck Newt, and I'm with the Winking Pig Barbecue. And tonight you're watching an episode of Chuck's A-Cookin'. And tonight we are making a personal favorite of mine, a dessert for a change. I am going to show you how to make a Hoosier sugar cream pie. And to start out with on this pie, you're going to need a pie crust. And I just recently, in fact just about an hour or two ago, I shot the video on how to make the pie crust. And you can find a tag to that right up here in the right hand corner. And so let's get turned around and get the party started here. See what we're up to. Okay, so we've got our pie disc, our dough disc sitting there. We need a little bit of flour on our pastry mat here. Keep it from sticking. We're going to roll this out into a 9-inch circle for a disc for a 9-inch pie pan. Don't be afraid if it starts splitting on you like that, just push it back together. Gotta keep some flour on this or it will stick to your surface and then you got a problem. Getting close here. Basically what you're looking for is about an 1/8 inch thick. Alright. Now come on, buddy. Work with me. Okay, so we're going to put on a little flour here. Put our dough disc out here. Maybe give it a little bit of a coat too. That's going to help keep it from sticking. Going for 9 inches on this. Alright, that's pretty good. There we go. into the pie pan we are. Now then, I'll take a butter knife. I go around maybe about a 1/4 inch or so beyond the edge of the pan here. Patch it a little bit if you need to. Always add just a couple drops of water on your fingers. Now we're going to start crimping the edge. That's something that I have never really gotten the hang of. I'm sure that there's so many folks out there that are laughing at me right now as I go around trying to crimp this. Okay, so there's our ugly duckly pie crimp, but it worked. And you know what? It's not going to make the pie taste any different. See a thin spot right there. Just take a little piece of that, and maybe right there. Take a little bit of that scrap. Put it right in there. Nobody's ever going to know the difference. Oh, except you guys. So this can go away. Like right there. Out of the way. Now we're going to take as a fork. And we're just going to kind of poke this all the way around. I think that just gives a little room for expansion as the crust is cooking. Or as the pie is cooking. Alright, so this can be set out of the way for now. Alright, so we are ready to continue on with our filling now. And the first thing I need is a cup of sugar. So, I actually use very little sugar around here. Except maybe the holidays when I'm cooking and baking. Alright. We're a little over. I'm going to save just a little out. Right there. Put back in. Probably about a tablespoon there. Alright, so we need half a cup of all-purpose flour, which we have right here. This is going to be a thickener in the pie. This is very similar to a custard, except a custard, true custard has eggs in it. This has no eggs in it. So there goes our half a cup of flour. And this sugar cream pie, you can find multiple different recipes for it. And basically what it was a farm recipe around Indiana, eastern Ohio, western Illinois, right around this area. And also the Amish make it. And you know, these were made out of stuff that people had on hand and on the farms. And so the different families made their own recipes and they handed them down. That's how there come to be so many different recipes, I think. Okay, so, and there I go, using the word so again. We need 1 cup of half and half. By the way, I'm going to whisk all this flour and the sugar together so we start mixed up. I'm also going to add a half a teaspoon of salt, because even sweet things need a little bit of salt. So there we go. Half a teaspoon of salt. It's light salt actually. And that's 1/2 cup of, 1 cup of half and half. There we go. And then we need 1 cup of heavy cream. Or like heavy cream. Into the mix. That's some thick stuff right there. Of course, that's what you make whipped cream out of. Sugar and whipping cream. By the way, we've got our oven preheating at 375 degrees. Stir this all together. We've got one more little addition to make into that. That would be a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Smell that as soon as you open it. There we go. Get all that good stuff in there. Give it a good stir. Make sure we get all the flour and sugar. And we're not trying to make whipped cream here, so we don't need to go overboard here. Now we need our pie crust back. We're going to pour this right into our pie pan, in our crust. Just like so. Exactly what we're looking for. Okay, so now then, what have I got here? I've got a little bit of nutmeg, and we're just going to give it a little bit of a sprinkle on the top. Give it a little decoration, like so. That sure smells good. Then I've got 2 tablespoons of butter here. I'm going to just cut these into pats like so. And then I'm going to quarter them. I'm just going to dot these around the top. I'll explain what that's for here in just a minute. Okay, so that's 3 pats of butter that I put on there. And we're going to take just a sprinkle of sugar on this. This is just a very light sprinkle of sugar. And the butter is going to melt and help to brown this sugar and make just like a very light crust on the top. Okay, so that's it. It is ready for the oven for an hour and a half at 375 degrees. So off we go to the oven. Be careful. So into the oven we come. Shove it right in. I'm going to pull it out just a little bit. Nope. Alright, set our timer for an hour and a half. We'll be back. Okay, well, it has been 1 hour. I'm taking a look at this pie, and I really believe it is done. I told you an hour and a half, I know I did. I pull that out, and that thing's got just a little bit of a jiggle to it, but we want a little bit of a jiggle to it. It does not appear to be liquid in the center. Okay, so there is our pie, and you'll notice we're still getting a little brown on the edges of the crust here. So I think I've made the right decision on this. Now we need to let this cool. It's in a 375 degree oven. Now this pie is quite acceptable to be eaten either cold or warm. So any which way you want to do it. And I like what I'm seeing here as far as the consistency of this pie right where it's at. And so I'm going to let it cool. In fact, it's midnight, straight up. And so it's probably tomorrow evening when I actually cut into this and give it the final taste. So we'll be back with you. Alright, so it is nice and early in the morning, and it's time to do a little taste testing here. Let me grab a plate. The more I look at this, the more I'm convinced that I pulled it out of the oven at the right time. Need to get it off that rack. It's bouncing too much. Now, you see that the filling did not run to fill in the space. So that's exactly the way this was supposed to look. It looks beautiful. I'm so glad that I checked this at 1 hour. instead of an hour and a half. Okay, it's that time. So let's get turned around. Let's give this a taste. Okay folks, well, it's time to give this pie a taste test here. And it looks beautiful. And appearance wise, it's exactly what I was hoping for. Oh, that's good. That's so good. Sweet and creamy. This is to be exact. Well, that is excellent pie. And this is one of those pies, you can actually freeze this pie ahead of time. Say if you're cooking for the holidays, you can freeze this pie ahead of time. Day before, bring it out, thaw it out, and then carry on with the meal. So, folks, this is so good. And you saw how easy it was to make. Make sure you look at my other video on how to make pie crust. It's a whole wheat, or it's a wheat pie, a wheat pie crust, and it's very easy as well. So, folks, I hope if you like what you're seeing, do me a favor down here at the bottom, hit like and subscribe, and stay tuned. There's always more to come. And thanks for watching.